Do I keep making Jurassic Park jokes? I guess I should. I don't know.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe class, PALEOTREX. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have some lovely artwork of a PALEOTREX in both of his modes. He is a Deluxe Class, a Class Deluxe, a Deluxe Class, and a Class Deluxe. On the other side of the box, we have the lovely Kingdom artwork. And on top, Predacon symbol, Warpath Cybertron Trilogy. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots, this, that, the other things and stuff, and that's basically it for the packaging. You also get the sticker / collector's card, and with PALEOTREX we got the Autobot arc, and when we remove the sticker, you have the Autobot arc, yet again, crashed, 1984, so there you go, hooray for stickers, hooray for cards. And moving right along here, we have PALEOTREX, the next in this current line of Deluxes for Kingdom, and he's another one of them fossilizers, which I really dig. I personally dig these fossilizers because they're different, they're interesting, it's something new, it's something fresh, it's a breath of fresh air as far as I'm concerned. I know people don't like these, and they're like, do the same thing over and over again so I can complain about how they're doing the same thing over and over again, but you know what? I like that this is different, something new, something interesting, and I personally love the concept of these. But here he is in his fossilizer mode. He is, as you can see, a T-Rex. Let's get in close here so we can take a look at them bones. But you can see the skull there. Looks quite good, some nice detail. The paintwork is okay in places, better in others. Like the paintwork on the on the rib section here actually looks pretty good. It just kind of stops here, so you know, usual kind of inconsistency with the paint job, but you know, it is what it is. But the molding still looks quite good, in my opinion. And these guys, little T-Rex arms. Again, all that good ribbage action going on there. You got a little plate there, which will be the chest plate for the robot mode. Big old feet with them big old claws and that big old tail. And yeah, and there is the top. There is the bottom. He does slide, as T-Rexes should slide. Hooray for sliding T-Rexes. That just adds a whole new degree of terror. And for comparison, here he is with his wave mate, Warpath. You can see how it scales with a tank. Why not? Here he is with Core Class Rat Trap. And here he is with Vertebrake. So you can see how these two look with one another. So there you go. Now, as far as articulation in Dino mode goes, the head can move up on this hinge here. It can't move down. You don't get any rotation. One note here, this is the robot mode head. It is supposed to get pushed in like all the way up to here. You can kind of see the opening for it, but I don't do that because when I push it in all the way, it just gets stuck there, like it gets seriously stuck there. So I don't do that. I leave it right there, but it is supposed to kind of get pushed in further, but I just, no. It's too much of a pain to get it back out afterwards. But anyway, yeah, the head moves up and down, no rotation. His little dino arms are on a ball joint so they can rotate, move in and out a little bit. The legs, they can rotate, they can move outward, all that good stuff. You have rotation right under the knee. You have knee joint that bends both ways if you need it to. And you have rotation at the ankle. The foot itself can move up and down. The toes can also move up and down. And the tail, it can rotate, and it can move up, and that's as far down as it goes. And this section also can rotate. Actually, these two sections, because they're separate parts. But hey, again, all things that move if you need them to move. So there you have that. So yeah, that is basically it for the fossil mode. So let's get down to a transformation, shall we? Oh, jeez, I just... Oh, that's just not... That's... No. It's probably how they found them, actually. Anyway, so let's transform him here. So to transform this guy, it involves a lot of parts forming. What? Parts forming? Shh. It's alright. It's alright. That's the gimmick. It's supposed to. That's the whole gimmick of this. But anyway, so what we need to do is, we need to pretty much just gotta rip them apart here. So we're going to pull the legs off. Like so. We're going to come here. We're going to undo this rib section here. So you want to undo one side, it wraps around, then undo the other side. Oh, we want to remove this plate as well. Remove that. There we go. We're going to rip off the head. We're not done ripping pieces off yet. We're going to remove this. And there we go. So, we're going to take this section here, bring these forward, bring these down. These are going to be his thighs. Bring down his little dino arms, legs. What are going to be his legs? Attach here. Like so, and you can have stilts if you want them to have stilts, but no, these are going to come off as well. Come off! Release! Release! There we go. And these ports are just going to come back, and those will form the heels. And then this section, oh wait, no, we're using this section here. So what's going to happen here is this is going to plug in right there. And then we just want to kind of bring the head out. The bottom jaw, there's a port right there for that post. So you bring the bottom jaw down first and just plug that in. Then bring the rest of the head down. And then we can rotate the head around. And you want to take this section, plug it in. That will be an arm. Take the tail, plug that in. That will be the other arm. We're actually going to remove the tip of the tail. And we're going to plug in the feet. The feet will become his hands. So just plug these in, and then you can just bring these down to give them proper looking. Not proper looking, they look creepy, but you know, hands the way hands should look anyway, in some kind of creepy, monstrous zombie kind of way. And same thing on the other side, second verse just like the first. Just plug that in. And then just kind of get things oriented. So yeah, it's like a proper elbow and all that good stuff. His creepy hands. And you plug this. This will become his chest plates. And we'll leave this off to the side for now. And the last thing you do, and one thing that is cool is that the mask looks like Primal's, you know, OG Primal's weapon, which is hilarious. But what you do is you open this up, and that reveals PALEOTREX's true robot mode face, and there you go. There you have PALEOTREX in his robot mode. And he just looks like a creepy zombie skeletal monster thing, and I love it. I personally love it. It's kind of weird, like zombie dude. I don't know. I dig it. I personally dig it. I know there are people who are not feeling this, but I am. I think this is cool. Again, it's different. It's interesting, and I like different and interesting. But let's get in closer here, so we can take a look at that head sculpt. So you got some nice yellow for the eyes there. You get some paintwork done in there as well to bring out some of those details, which looks pretty good. Me personally, I like to bring this headpiece down just a little bit so it looks like that, because that looks way cooler as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can leave it all the way up if you want to, but just so you can kind of, I like seeing this kind of peeking over his head there like that. I think that looks cooler, but hey, to each their own. You got the chest piece there with a little Predacon symbol. And you get some of that little kind of weathering paintwork there. And his big old lanky arms. And the claw, you're scared of the claw. You're scared of the claw. I am scared of those claws. Those are freaky. And moving down the legs. He's got little feet. He's got little tiny feet. And moving up the back, he just has the T-Rex head there on his back. But There you go. And now, articulation-wise, the head can rotate, can do a full 360. He can look up a little bit, can't really look down. Arms can do a full 360, in and out. You do have a rotational joint right here, which is, serves as a bicep joint. You do have that rotational joint right there at the elbow itself. You get over 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. You also have wrists, hands can move forward and back. Those claws can open. Waist rotation. Legs can move forward that far back. He can kick himself in the back of the head if he wants to. Outward movement. Can do the full splits and then some. You got thigh rotation. You also have rotation right at the knee. You have 90 degrees of bend at the knee. You do also have this joint here, which can bend either way. That's for transformational purposes, but hey, it's a thing that moves if you need it to move, and nothing at the feet. It's funny, all the joints in the legs, and there's nothing at the ankles, but, hey. You can work with the joints, still get them in some pretty cool poses. Now, as far as the tail piece goes, you can just plug this into his hand. You can hold that as a weapon if you want to, or if you don't want to do that, there is a tab right here. There's a slot right here behind his shoulder. And you can just take this and plug it right back there, and there is your storage. So if you don't want to mess with it, you don't have to. But there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with his wave mate Warpath, with Rat Trap, and with Vertebrake. So, there you go. So now let's get down to some more fun stuff here, because PALEOTREX here is a fossilizer, which is basically the weaponizer gimmick, but, done in a totally different style. As you can see, a totally different aesthetic. So yeah, we're going to get PALEOTREX here into some weapon modes. So to do that, again, we pretty much just have to we gotta rip them apart. So we're going to remove the chest plates. We are going to, what are we going to do? We're going to rip off the arms here. We need the legs, and we'll just put the legs right back onto these sections here where they were for Dino mode, or Fossil mode, whatever you want to call it. We'll get these back on. We're going to just remove all of this, remove the other arm, because we do need the tail. Where's the tail? Take this off, put that on, and we're going to attach this right there. And that's going to become a weapon on its own. We're going to close up the mask, and we're going to rip off his head. Whoop. So we got that going on. And then open this back up, like so. And we're pretty much ready to go. So we're going to bring in Warpath. Warpath is going to be our lovely model here, since it's who they use on the back of the box. So what you do here is we take this plate, this plugs into his forearm to become a shield against the skull club as a handheld weapon there. And then you plug this onto his forearm like that. That becomes a big ol' chompa chompa weapon. And this just becomes a giant bone axe of murder death. So hey, that's it makes him a little front heavy. That's okay. We're going to even this out in a little bit because, hey. All right. So we're going to bring this back like so. This is going to plug in to the bacular region like that. And then you just take the legs and you just kind of bring them down and over like so. You got that going on, and there you go. There you have one of the kind of weapon modes for PALEOTREX. And yeah, Yeah! We got Warpath kitted out with some fossil weapons here. I can work with this. I can work with this. Why not? There, I say. Why not? Hey. I can work with it. I can work with it. So that is just one configuration. The instructions show you 2 configurations, but of course you can, really come up with any configurations you want. You don't have to stick to the instructions. You can pretty much arm this dude however you want. Use these parts however you want. And we're just going to remove these. Need these off. And there are also little posts here. The instructions don't say anything about this, but you can remove this part of the leg. And there are little flip out posts here. Like that. So I guess if you wanted to, you could, have them holding these as like some kind of gun, some kind of fossil cannons, I don't know, or plug it onto his forearms. Again, hey, you got the options there. You can do that. So, I mean, hey, options are good. Hey, I'll work with it. But we're going to, what are we doing here? So we're bringing these down and just rotating them like that. So bring that down, straighten this out. Just kind of rotate it. Those are going to become just some cannons over his shoulders. We need this. This stays on the forearm. So what we're doing here is we're going to take the T-Rex head, just fold it back up like we're going into robot mode. So close that up. And this section is going to get rotated around like so. And then this is going to plug in like that. And this is going to become a big old T-Rex sword. And what you do with the club is you plug it in from underneath, and all of this just plugs on top of it like that. And you got this big old T-Rex murder sword. And I dig that. I dig that very much. Now what you do with the feet is you flatten them out, you bring this down, bring this peg up like that. Second verse, same as the first, just have everything level, and bring that down, and bring that up. Like so. Everything's backwards there. There we go. Just make sure all the little rivets there are facing the same way. And what you do with these is these get plugged onto the bottoms of his feet. Now, where they end up, it makes him kind of unstable because you can see the center of gravity is not really where it should be for him to stand properly, so you kind of have to bend him at the knees so that weight is better distributed. You can get him to stand, but really and truly, what you would want to do is, there you go. You can get him standing like that. If you want to, really and truly, it works better if you just turn him around and have him like that. But I'm going to do it per the instructions for now, but if you want him standing a bit more stable, then you probably want to have those turned around, but, there you go. You have that going on there. And again, I can work with it. I personally love the big old fossil sword. I think that's cool. I dig that. I dig that very much. And that's a big sword right there. That's not a knife. That's a knife. That's crazy right there. But hey, all things you can do if you want to do it. And again, this is just what the instructions are showing you. You can come up with any other configurations you want. The only limit is your imagination. So, there you go. So there you have PALEOTREX, and yeah, I'm really digging these fossilizers personally. I think they're really cool. Like I said before, they're different, they're interesting, and I like different and interesting. The dino mode looks cool. The robot mode just looks like a creepy zombie fossil monster thing, and I really dig that. So just all around, I am very much enjoying these fossilizers. I know these aren't going to be for everybody, but me personally, I'm really digging them, and yeah, these are fun. I really like these, so there you go. Now, if you would like this or any other Kingdom figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Kingdom playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Kingdom and Deluxe Class PALEOTREX, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hey there. What in Primus's name are you? What? What's wrong? What's wrong? Have you looked in a mirror? Have you? You're not exactly the poster boy for beauty yourself. Oh, really? Well, how's this for beauty? What do you think of that? You're even uglier up close.